Southeast representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This will be fielded at the 6, spinning away, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right up. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to hit. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Kaiser firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Kaiser yet again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far. And burst through it for a solid game.
It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll run here with Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Now Landry. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Kaiser now. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Kaiser. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Safarian-Jenkins from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Hot! Hot!
Here's Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
Following the interception, Kaiser steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They go play action. Kaiser. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll throw here. Kaiser buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now,
check,
second and goal.
Patriot.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Lambeau will put this one through. So we come upon, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on second down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got a man. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down. That's Thompson down to the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Kaiser. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flush to his right. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out here, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
He's back to throw. Completes it to Lee. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know,